What's going on YouTube? Today I am back with another video, and if you don't know who I am, my name is Jaden Burwell. I have collected over $1 million in high ticket sales. Last year in 2025, I generated my clients just over $1 million for their coaching programs. And essentially in this video, I'm just going to kind of walk you guys the 3 mistakes or the 3 shifts that I have to make in order to be able to actually hit 50K a month. Now, from the title of this video, you guys would have seen that, I failed in the sense that my goal for 2026, the end of Q4, was to be able to hit 50K a month in personal profit each and every single month. Now, clearly I did not hit that, but it was for a number of reasons. And in this video, my whole goal is for you guys to not make the same mistakes. If you're in the position where you have good clients, if you're in the position where you have the opportunity to scale, here's the exact steps that I would do that, I wish somebody would have told me a whole lot sooner. The very first thing that I would mention is complacency. Now, complacency in the sense that throughout my whole entire entrepreneurship journey, I've always had, always stay complacent during periods of time. And it's funny enough, it's like always around, I'd probably say, always between like the end of the year where I have that flip switch, or like, where it's in, but between summer is like where I have to start having that mindset, like, okay, I need to get out of this, need to get out of the mindset of staying complacent. And this has been a repeated factor for me. Now, it just happens on a bigger scale each time, and I end up losing more and more money each time. And I've come to the realization, if I don't break this cycle soon, I'm gonna get to the point where it's gonna be something that I cannot recover from. So the very first thing is complacency, in the fact that there's gonna be a lot of opportunities, but you're gonna have to be the one to go out and get there. If you have gotten good results, if you are good at a skill set, there's no reason why you should not be constantly displaying that, whether it's TikTok, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, constantly displaying that for other people to not necessarily enjoy, but for other people's benefit, right? Because the thing is, if you're continuously marketing yourself as the best, as an expert, you're going to continuously getting doors open for you and money to essentially be able to make. One of the biggest steps that I wish I would have known was continuously always staying out there, putting my name out there. And yes, there would be times that I did it, but nothing on this scale. For the last couple of weeks, I've transitioned my mindset of like every single fucking day, I need to be doing something that's going to actually push the lever, right? And it's in that same sense, like where people who are on high ticket sales, or people who are on offers or offer owners, half the time they get to 50K a month, or you get to 5 to get to 10K a month, and then you stay fucking complacent. But one of the biggest things is like you have to break the cycle, because if you don't, you're just going to end up plateauing. Like that's the biggest thing. You're going to end up falling short. Each single month it's just going to go down and down and down, because you have to continue putting yourself out there, putting your product out there, and just knowing that you are the best. All right, so it's in that same sense that when I very first started, staying complacent by staying on bad offers. Now getting to the point where it's I want to create something for myself. I want to be able to get to 50K a month. And I'm not saying that you can't get to 50K a month as a sales manager, but the likelihood of that isn't the highest possible. So what do I say is continuously putting yourself out there in terms of outreach, in terms of content, in terms of showing that you're an actual expert. And if I would have done this for when I originally first got my first big win as a sales manager, or when I first originally got my first big win as a sales rep, I would have continually marketed myself. Who knows where I would have been now? And, yes, that is something that I do think about each and every single day, but it's just like, that's something that I can't necessarily, look back on, kind of being like, oh man, I shouldn't try now. That just gives me all more reason to fucking just try now. It's because it's like, how the fuck could I have just let myself do that when I have so much opportunity, so much value to provide to somebody, right? That, you have to understand that you are actually worth a lot of knowledge if you have a good skill set. Somebody will pay me $10,000 to help them run their coaching program, to help them scale their sales team. they'll pay me $3,000 to help me, get them into sales and get them trained on offer, because they know I have a skill set. I can place them onto an offer, or if you're an offer owner, I can actually get you to where you want to get to, right? Whether it's needing ads, whether it's sales process, like in terms of the systems, whether it's the VSL reconstruction. It's like, I know what I'm talking about, in the sense of like, if you actually want to scale, like, you have to understand as a person, right? If you're in the boat where you have good skills, you have something that can actually take you to the next level, why the fuck are you not marketing that each and every single day? Like that's one of my main focuses is, okay, how am I going to get out there today? How is my name going to get out there today? You have to realize Hormozi puts out 450 pieces of content each and every single week, and I'm scared about posting 1 or 2 a day. Like, I need to bump that up to like 10 across all platforms on short form. That's 3 platforms. That's 30 posts a day on short form. And you have to think, not one person's gonna see that and be interested. Whether it's whether it's agency work, whether it's somebody that wants to get into sales. It's just like, having that hunger for yourself is like what's realistically going to do it for you. And and I realized that staying completion has lost me so much money in the past that I get physically frustrated every single fucking time I think about it. And I'm just, like I said, I've gotten to the point where I realize if I continue with this mindset, there is no reason why I will ever get past 50K a month. There's no reason why I'll ever even get close to it, right? Because yes, there is luck involved with getting to being able to make money, but you have to create that for yourself. You have to create yourself being able to get lucky by putting yourself in the right situations. So again, what am I doing moving forward? Putting myself in the right situations, marking myself every single day to make sure that I'm getting myself out there. Now, the second thing that I realized is that if I want to make business owner money, I have to become a business owner. So it was in the sense that, yes, as a sales manager, you can make 50K a month, right? But it's not necessarily it's not necessarily that likely for you to. So what I realized is that if I wanted to actually get to that much money, like 6 figures a month, 50K a month, I'm gonna have to do stuff on my own. And I've realized this, and since then it's just made the switch. Okay, well, how would a business owner operate? How much are they relying on their schedule? And it's almost in the sense of like, I'm imagining the 10.0 version of myself, and I'm doing everything that person would do. What are they doing when they wake up? How are they following up with clients? How are they actually pitching clients? What does their fulfillment system look like? What are they actually doing, and what am I doing at that level to make sure that I can actually get to that point, right? Because I can clearly visualize it. I can see it. 50K hitting my bank account each and every single month because I'm good as fuck at what I do, right? And it's not that I'm not capable of doing it now, or actually not. I take that back, because if I was already capable, I would have been done it, right? So it's transitioning myself into the person I know who I can be in order to actually get myself to that point, is what I've really, really tried to kind of make lock down now. So it's in that same sense that I bring this to my kind of third point, right? So if we kind of go over, so it was complacency, it was operating as a business owner, and then 3 is just overall, if I had to kind of put my foot on my third bottleneck, would just be in terms of always thinking for the future version of myself. What I mean by this is really just kind of planning things out in terms of, I understand taking the risk, but you have to take smart, educated risks, right? In the sense that everything that you have done up till now is your fault and will always be your fault. It can't be anybody else's, so you have to hold yourself accountable and to a higher standard, right? So what I mean by this is just making sure that what you're doing right now, the actions that you're doing, they're actually congruent with somebody who has gotten to the point where you want to be. And if you're not doing that, then you're not thinking for the version of yourself that 4 months from now, 5 months from now. Like, each and every single time, like, I look back 4 or 5 months ago, I want to be like, yeah, I give myself a pat on the back, because if I wasn't doing that, who knows where I would have been now, right? So now I'm thinking every single day, okay, yeah, damn, I was really on my shit back then. that's allowed me to be able to get to the point where I'm at now. And I need to continue with that momentum, because one of the things is you can lose momentum so easily, but once you start building on it, the money will start rolling in, I promise you. But I mean, that is some of the lessons that I've learned in terms of this whole entire year. Not lessons that I've learned, but not throughout the whole entire year, but that's what I would have done in order to be able to get to 50K a month. As you'll see from this video, like, you know, something along the lines of like I failed or something like that. But yeah, I mean, that's like kind of all I have. If you guys like these type of videos, go ahead, comment, go ahead, like, just kind of tell me what you guys like about it, or if any other future video ideas. Again, if you're a sales rep that wants to get placed onto a high ticket offer, or trained and get placed onto a high ticket offer, go ahead and click that first link below. But if you're an offer owner that wants me to specifically work with you, see exactly what we can do, go ahead and also click that first link. Now, I will go ahead and catch you guys in the next video.